My friends, life is but a reflection of the mind, and the greatest tragedy is not the circumstances we face, but the truth we realize too late. There are laws that govern our reality, yet most walk blindly, only to wake up in regret. But today you have the power to awaken. You have the power to see now what others see too late. Everything you experience in life is a direct reflection of your inner world. What you consistently think about, dwell upon, and assume to be true shapes the reality you walk into every single day. The mind is the master architect, constructing the events, circumstances, and people that appear before you. If your thoughts are filled with doubt, fear, and limitation, your world will mirror these beliefs, creating obstacles at every turn. But if your mind is saturated with faith, confidence, and abundance, life will open its doors, offering opportunities beyond what you once believed possible. The external world is not separate from you. It is an extension of your dominant mental state. Most people go through life unaware of this fundamental truth. Believing that life happens to them instead of through them, they attribute their successes and failures to luck, fate, or external circumstances, never realizing that the power was within them all along. They react to life instead of directing it. Yet, the moment you recognize that your thoughts are the cause and your reality is the effect, you step into a realm of boundless possibility. You cease to be a passive observer and become the deliberate creator of your own experience. The unseen forces of imagination and assumption hold more power than any physical effort alone. If you were to examine your current life, you would find that everything, your relationships, your financial status, your health, has conformed to the thoughts and assumptions you have held over time. A person who constantly fears betrayal often finds themselves surrounded by untrustworthy individuals. Someone who believes money is hard to come by will encounter endless financial struggles no matter how hard they work. The subconscious mind takes orders from the conscious mind without question, shaping reality to match the beliefs impressed upon it. Change your inner conversation, and your outer world will have no choice but to change with it. The greatest minds throughout history understood this secret. They were not simply lucky or gifted, they mastered the ability to control their mental world. They saw the future they desired so clearly in their imagination that it became inevitable. The same power exists within you. The moment you assume yourself to be the person you wish to become, life will begin to mold itself to your assumption. It does not matter what the world says, what the present moment looks like, or how impossible something appears. Your inner reality will always triumph over external circumstances. You must guard your thoughts as though they were the seeds of your destiny, for indeed they are. Every thought is a cause, and every experience is an effect. To change your life, you do not need to fight against circumstances. You need only to change the way you think. Assume the feeling of already having what you desire and persist in that assumption, no matter what the physical world reflects. Soon the world will shift to match your vision, for it has no choice but to reflect back to you what you most deeply believe to be true. Imagination is the most powerful tool you possess. It is the force that shapes your reality, the blueprint from which your life unfolds. Yet, most people misuse this incredible power by indulging in worry, allowing their minds to create scenarios of failure, loss, and misfortune. Every moment spent worrying is a moment spent constructing a future you do not want. Worry is nothing more than imagination in reverse. It takes the creative force meant to build your dreams and turns it against you. The more you focus on what could go wrong, the more you strengthen the possibility of those fears manifesting in your life. Fear and worry do not prevent misfortune, they invite it. The subconscious mind does not distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. It simply accepts what you consistently impress upon it. When you dwell in fear, your subconscious assumes it to be a reality, and begin shaping your external world to align with those fearful expectations. This is why so many people find themselves trapped in cycles of anxiety and struggle. They believe they are simply reacting to life's difficulties, but in truth, they are unknowingly creating them. Think of all the time and energy wasted on worrying about things that never actually happened. How many sleepless nights, racing thoughts, and moments of doubt have stolen your peace, only for the feared outcome to never come to pass? And even when difficulties do arise, worry does nothing to change them. Worry does not solve problems, it magnifies them. It weakens your ability to think clearly, drains your energy, and blinds you to the opportunities that could lead to solutions. Instead of preparing you for action, worry paralyzes you. Now, imagine if you use that same energy and imagination to visualize success, happiness, and abundance. What if, instead of playing out worst-case scenarios in your mind, you rehearsed victories, breakthroughs, and moments of joy? Just as worry reinforces negative possibilities, faith and expectation reinforce positive outcomes. The same imagination that creates fear can be redirected to create confidence. The choice is always yours. You must take control of your mind and refuse to misuse your imagination. Every time worry tries to creep in, replace it with a vision of what you truly desire. Speak as though your success is certain. Think as though your dreams are already unfolding, and act as though the best is on its way. Imagination is the tool that builds your future. Do not waste it on constructing a life you do not wish to live. For far too long you have waited for a sign, for the right moment, for someone to recognize your struggle and lift you out of it. You have hoped that life would change on its own, that circumstances would improve, that one day everything would fall into place. But the truth is, no one is coming. No one is coming to rescue you, to fix your problems, or to make your dreams come true. The only person who can do that is you. The sooner you accept this truth, the sooner you reclaim your power. Many live their entire lives believing that external forces determine their fate. They blame their upbringing, the economy, the people who wronged them. They wait for permission, for approval, for validation. They convince themselves that when the conditions are perfect, when they have more money, more support, more time, then they will take action. But life does not work that way. The perfect moment does not exist. If you continue to wait, you will wait forever. The only way forward is to decide that you are responsible for your own life, here and now. There is a deep freedom in realizing that no one is coming to save you. At first, it may feel terrifying, as if you are alone in this world with no safety net. But in truth, it is the most liberating realization you will ever have. Because if no one is coming to save you, then you no longer have to wait. You no longer have to rely on anyone else to give you permission. You can begin right now to build the life you want. Everything you need is already within you: the courage, the intelligence, the strength. You were never meant to be rescued, you were meant to rise. The world does not owe you anything, but that is not a reason to despair. It is a reason to act. No one owes you success, happiness, or fulfillment, but you owe it to yourself to create them. There will be setbacks, there will be moments when you feel lost, but those moments are not signs to quit. They are tests of your resilience. They are opportunities to prove to yourself that you are stronger than any obstacle in your path. Stop waiting. Stop hoping someone will hand you the life you dream of. Take control. Decide what you want, believe that you are worthy of it, and move toward it with unwavering determination. The moment you stop looking for a savior and realize that you are the hero of your own story, everything changes. Your power has been in your hands all along. What you call failure is not the end, it is simply a chapter, an unfinished story waiting for you to turn the page. Most people see failure as a permanent defeat, a sign that they are not good enough, not capable enough, not meant for something greater. But the truth is, Failure is nothing more than success in its early stages. It is a process of refinement, a necessary path that every great achiever has walked. The only difference between those who succeed and those who don't is persistence. Those who succeed understand that every setback is simply a stepping stone leading them forward. When a child learns to walk, they fall countless times, but they do not sit down in frustration and declare themselves a failure. They try again and again and again until one day they take a step, then another, and before long they are running. The same principle applies to everything in life. Failure is not a signal to quit, it is a test of your commitment. It is the universe asking, how badly do you want it? And if you persist, if you refuse to accept failure as final, you will find that what once seemed impossible becomes inevitable. The greatest minds, the most successful people in history have all faced failure. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before he invented the light bulb. Walt Disney was told he lacked imagination. Oprah Winfrey was fired from her first job. The only reason these names are remembered is because they did not stop. They saw failure for what it truly is: a lesson, a redirection, a refining process that prepared them for greatness. If they had accepted failure as the end, their success would have never come to pass. You must learn to embrace failure, to see it not as a loss, but as a teacher. Each setback brings with it valuable insight: what works, what doesn't, what needs to change. Failure is a mirror reflecting what needs to be refined. Instead of fearing it, welcome it. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow? The moment you stop seeing failure as an enemy and start seeing it as an ally, you will realize that success was never out of reach. It was simply waiting for you to keep going. The only true failure is the decision to quit. As long as you continue, as long as you rise after every fall, your success is merely unfinished, not unattainable. The road may be long, the journey difficult, but if you keep moving forward, one truth remains: you cannot fail unless you stop. Keep going, and one day you will look back and realize that every so-called failure was simply a step toward your greatest triumph. The way the world responds to you is nothing more than a reflection of how you see yourself. People do not determine your worth, you do. Every interaction, every relationship, every experience you have with others is shaped by the beliefs you hold about yourself. If you believe you are worthy of respect, admiration, and kindness, the world will mirror that belief. If you see yourself as unworthy, unimportant, or inferior, you will find that others unconsciously treat you that way. Life does not give you what you want, it gives you what you believe you deserve. Think of the people who naturally command respect when they enter a room. It is not their appearance, wealth, or status that creates this effect. It is their self-concept. They carry themselves with confidence, with the unwavering belief that they belong, that their presence matters. Because they expect respect, they receive it. On the other hand, those who constantly apologize for their existence, who shrink themselves to avoid attention, who feel unworthy of love or success, these people will find that life continuously confirms their low expectations. If you feel undervalued, overlooked, or mistreated, the answer is not to demand better from others, it is to demand better from yourself. You must shift your self-perception first, and the world will follow. Ask yourself, what do I truly believe I deserve? Do you expect loyalty in relationships, or do you accept inconsistency? Do you feel worthy of wealth and success, or do you settle for less? Do you believe your time and energy are valuable, or do you give them away to people who do not appreciate them? The world simply reflects your answers. Changing how people treat you begins with changing how you see yourself. This does not mean arrogance or entitlement. It means carrying yourself with the quiet certainty that you are enough. It means setting boundaries, refusing to tolerate mistreatment, and choosing relationships that align with your highest self. The moment you raise your standards internally, the external world has no choice but to adjust accordingly. Those who cannot meet your new standard will fade away, and those who recognize your worth will step forward. You are the one who sets the tone for how others treat you. If you see yourself as valuable, the world will confirm it. If you expect respect, it will be given. If you believe you deserve love, you will receive it. But it all begins within. Change your self-concept, and you will change your world. Most people spend their lives chasing happiness as if it were a place they will one day arrive at. They tell themselves, I'll be happy when I have more money, when I find the right partner, when I reach my goals. But happiness does not exist in some far-off future. It is not something you stumble upon when life finally goes your way. Happiness is a choice, one that you can make right now, regardless of your circumstances. Look around and you will see people who seem to have everything: wealth, success, relationships, but they are still unhappy. On the other hand, you will find people with very little who radiate joy and peace. What is the difference? It is not their circumstances, it is their mindset. Happiness is not given by external conditions. It is created from within. Those who are happy have decided to be happy, not because life is perfect, but because they refuse to let their joy be dependent on things outside of themselves. Many believe they need to fix everything in their lives before they can be happy. They think they must eliminate all problems, achieve all their dreams, and control every outcome. But the truth is, life will always be imperfect. There will always be challenges, uncertainties, and unexpected setbacks. If you tie your happiness to things always going right, you will never be happy for long. The key is learning to choose happiness in the midst of imperfection, to find joy not in what is missing, but in what is already present. Happiness is a decision you make in each moment. It is found in gratitude, in presence, in appreciating what you have instead of longing for what you don't. It is in letting go of the belief that something out there will complete you and realizing that you are already whole. The mind will always try to convince you that happiness is just one more achievement away, but that is an illusion. The moment you stop postponing happiness and choose it now, you take back your power. So the question is not, when will I be happy? The question is, will I allow myself to be happy today? You do not need permission. You do not need perfect conditions. You need only to decide. Happiness is not a reward, it is a state of being. And it is available to you at this very moment. Choose it. Money does not create wealth, success, or security. It is merely a reflection of your internal state. Most people believe that having money will change their circumstances, their confidence, and their sense of worth. But in truth, money itself is only an effect. It is the result of mindset, belief, and action. The world does not reward effort alone. It rewards consciousness. Those who understand the nature of abundance do not chase money. They align with the energy of prosperity, and money naturally flows to them. Look at those who struggle financially despite working tirelessly. They believe that if they just work harder, if they just push more, money will come. But effort without the right mindset only leads to exhaustion, not wealth. Contrast this with those who seem to attract money effortlessly. They think differently. They do not see money as something scarce or difficult to obtain. They see it as a tool, an extension of value, something that responds to their belief in abundance. Their financial reality is simply a reflection of their inner world. Money follows value, and value comes from within. It is not money that makes a person wealthy. It is their mindset, their confidence, their ability to create, solve problems, and provide solutions. Money is drawn to those who see themselves as worthy of it, who expect it, who believe in their ability to receive and manage it. If you see money as something that is hard to come by, something you must struggle for, that belief will shape your reality. But if you see it as a natural byproduct of the value you create and the energy you embody, it will begin to flow effortlessly. This is why so many people who win the lottery or inherit wealth lose it quickly. They received money, but their internal world did not match the frequency of abundance. They had the effect without the cause, so the money disappeared. On the other hand, truly wealthy individuals can lose everything and rebuild their fortune because their wealth was never in the money itself. It was in their mindset. The external world will always reflect what you believe to be true about yourself and money. If you want to attract financial abundance, stop focusing on money as the goal. Instead, focus on becoming the kind of person who naturally attracts it. Develop the mindset of abundance. See money as a mirror of your internal beliefs. Create value, align with prosperity, and know that wealth is simply a reflection of who you are, not just what you do. When you master the cause, the effect, money will follow effortlessly. From the moment you were born, the world has conditioned you to believe in limits. You have been told what is possible and what is not, what you can and cannot do, what kind of life you are meant to live. Society, education, and even well-meaning loved ones have unknowingly placed invisible walls around you, shaping your perception of yourself and your potential. But the truth is, you are far more powerful than you have been told. There is no force outside of you greater than the one within you. Most people go through life never realizing the depth of their own power. They believe success is reserved for the lucky, that happiness is something to be earned, that they are victims of their circumstances. But the greatest secret is this: you are the creator of your reality. The thoughts you think, the beliefs you hold, the assumptions you accept, these are the forces that shape your life. Your mind is a limitless tool, capable of manifesting any experience, any outcome, any reality you decide to claim. History has shown us time and time again that those who achieve greatness are not always the smartest, the strongest, or the most privileged. They are the ones who believe in their own power. They are the ones who refuse to accept the limitations placed upon them. They are the ones who understand that the world does not dictate their destiny. They do. The same force that moved mountains for them exists within you. The only difference is whether you choose to recognize it. Everything you desire, success, love, abundance, freedom, is already within your reach. But to grasp it, you must shed the false belief that you are weak, that you are small, that you must wait for permission to step into your greatness. No one is coming to hand you your power. It has been yours all along. The moment you decide to claim it, everything begins to shift. Your reality will rise to meet the vision you hold of yourself. So ask yourself, who would I be if I fully stepped into my power? How would you walk? How would you speak? How would you live if you knew without a doubt that you were limitless? The truth is, you don't need to become powerful. You already are. You simply need to awaken to it. The world may have told you otherwise, but now you know. You are more powerful than you have ever been told. And now it's time to live like it. The time has come to break free from the limitations you once believed in. The time has come to stop waiting, stop doubting, and stop giving your power away. Everything you need is already within you. The courage, the wisdom, the strength. The only thing left to do is decide. Decide that you will no longer live by the rules of fear, scarcity, or self-doubt. Decide that you will step into the life you were always meant to live. No one else can do this for you. No one else can claim your power, shape your destiny, or rewrite your story. That responsibility and that privilege belongs to you alone. You are the author of your life, and you hold the pen. From this moment forward, write a story of confidence, success, and unstoppable belief in yourself. Your power has never been lost. It has only been waiting for you to recognize it. Now that you see the truth, the only question left is, what will you do with it? The world is waiting, but it will not wait forever. Step forward, own your greatness, live the life that was always meant to be yours, because you are powerful, far more powerful than you were ever told. And now you know it.